It's where culture and cuisine come together. Get set to travel the globe on a culinary journey without leaving D.C. as we hit the Embassy Chef Challenge.
Plus, designer Doggie Couture, Four-Legged Friends, and the Runway all come together to create an unforgettable show for the 12th annual Fashion for Paws.
Those stories are coming up. The news rundown is straight ahead. We Are Washington starts now. Welcome to We Are Washington. It's the World Cup for Embassy Chefs, and we're bringing you all the exotic dishes from around the world as part of our second annual We Are Washington Embassy Chef Challenge.
And who can resist doggies taking over the runway at the 12th annual Fashion for Paws? We'll bring you all the furry fun from this dog lover's paradise. All that coming up. But first, here's the news rundown. 10,000 district youth are back to work all over the city as part of the 2018 Mayor Marion S. Berry Summer Youth Employment Program. Mayor Bowser kicked off the first day of the program with a celebration at Check-It Enterprises in Ward 8, one of 800 public and private work sites participating in the program. The mayor also launched a series of initiatives aimed at connecting residents with employment opportunities.
So what I promised 3.5 years ago was that we would focus on creating those opportunities for all DC residents. That's affordable housing and that's good paying jobs. And that is why we expanded the Marion Berry Summer Youth Program to include 22 to 24-year-olds.
And we're going to be able to connect 1,000 people over the next 90 days to employment opportunities. In addition to the some 10,000 people to 12,000 people who will be working in SYEP this summer.
For more information, visit saferstronger.dc.gov. The search is underway to find the next leader of D.C. public schools.
Mayor Bowser is announcing that the search for a new chancellor will be conducted by the Our Schools Leadership Committee, a group of principals, teachers, students, and parents with the goal of finding a leader who can take DCPS to the next level. The committee is co-chaired by former Ward 4 Council member Dr. Charlene Drew Jarvis and President of American University, Dr. Sylvia Matthews Burwell.
We will consider everything that we learned in our last search process, where we went out to communities, we heard from people via surveys, and we incorporated all of that information into how we would select the chancellor of schools.
Gospel singer Yolanda Adams headlined the Covenant House 2018 Night of Stars. The gala supports the work of Covenant House, which has provided supportive services to homeless youth in the Washington area for 23 years.
We've been in this region for 23 years, and we've served more than 54,000 young people. That fact among is almost staggering, and it includes, of course, some of our most vulnerable citizens. Those are our young people who often only need the simple, basic necessities of life. Food and shelter, and someone to simply care and help give them direction.
From Barracks Row to Palisades, residents celebrated Independence Day in every ward of the district.
Mayor Bowser joined in the festivities, marching in the 15th annual Barracks Row 4th of July parade. From Barracks Row, the mayor headed to Palisades for their annual parade and celebration.
Lots to celebrate in Ward 3 as the mayor helped cut the ribbon on the newly modernized $9.5 million Palisades Recreation Center. Mayor Bowser said the rec center was a community-driven project focused on building an inclusive and sustainable facility that will meet the needs of Washingtonians for generations to come.
Last year, you will remember what we did right here at this very spot. We broke ground on this recreation center, and exactly 12 months later, we are opening this recreation center.
What really made it work is that we worked with the government teams and that sort of thing, but the community came together. There were a lot of different ideas, but at the end of the day, we reached a consensus, and I think when you go inside, you'll see whatever you had wanted, it's there.
A free midday concert series called DC Heroes kicked off in Anacostia. The bi-weekly series is designed to promote small business in Ward 8 and to honor returned citizens who are making a positive impact in their community.
Good thing about this, I always say we don't have to wait for somebody to do something for us. we can come together and start something special in our community that's positive and great. And what better place than the Secret Garden?
Check It Enterprises in Southeast celebrated its 1-year anniversary. The center was opened by former gang members who transformed their lives by focusing on designing and selling clothes. Now the Check It entrepreneurs are working to make a difference in their community by providing resources for at-risk LGBTQ youth in the city. DC is home to one of the nation's top children's hospitals. Children's National Medical Center was ranked number 5 on a list of the top 10 best children's hospitals in the country by U.S. News and World Report. Children's ranked number 1 for neonatology and number 5 for neurology. Johns Hopkins Children's Center in Baltimore also made the list, coming in at number 8.
Learning life through golf. That's the mission of the Langston Junior Boys and Girls Golf Club. The all-volunteer organization, located at the historic Langston Golf Club in Northeast DC, provides junior golfers with equipment and covers the cost of tournaments and clinics for hundreds of kids aged 6 to 18 as part of their summer program. WPGC's Guy Lambert joined the club for the summer kickoff and to present their Youth and Scholarship Awards.
It's all about learning about the rules of golf. I'm talking about honesty, I'm talking about integrity, but most importantly, I'm talking about taking life lessons with each and every one of you.
I want to start off the news recap today with something I've been following. It's DCPS Global Education. There's 8th graders and 11th graders in the district who are DCPS students who have an opportunity to travel abroad in the summertime and at different points throughout the year. And what I've been following recently is a trip DCPS students are taking to China right now. You can go and check out hashtag DCPS Goes Global if you want to follow along on their trip and see all about their travels. But I think this is a really great program that DCPS does to really expand the horizons of a lot of students out there. It's all paid for, the fees, the visas, the passports, so it's great.
Definitely a great opportunity. I know some of the kids a few years back who went to China.
Okay.
And really life-changing for them and even their families to, have your young kid come home and tell you all about their travels. It's a great experience.
Wonderful opportunity.
I wanted to mention, watching today's news stories, I realized if you want to be mayor, you really have to enjoy marching in parades.
You do.
And thankfully, our mayor seems to enjoy it very much. She was over at Barracks Row, then marched in the Palisades
For
Parade.
Independence Day.
For Independence Day, for 4th of July. Seemed to have a great time doing that. And then they cut the ribbon on the new Palisades Rec Center.
Yes.
Wanted to mention that rec center is beautiful, beautifully modernized. It was nice they were able to kind of maintain some of the charm. That was an older facility built in 1936. Really had kind of been outgrown, really too small now. So it was nice they were able to modernize it while keeping some of the charm of the old building.
Right, and that's tough to do. It's LEED Gold certified, so sustainable. And that's not an easy mission when you are trying to keep that charm that people are really looking for, that they want to have some piece of the history behind it too. So it's great they could do that.
Yeah.
Finally, Covenant House Night of Stars Gala. Just wanted to say, what Covenant House does in celebrating these people who are really on the front lines of fighting youth homelessness. It's an important celebration. These people give money, they give time, they volunteer. In some cases, it's a small contribution. In some cases, it's a larger contribution. But no matter what it is, it makes a big difference to these young people in DC who are fighting and facing homelessness. So it's a great celebration.
Right, and hard to imagine a more worthy cause.
Absolutely, definitely. All right, well, still plenty ahead on We Are Washington. After the break, it's the crossroads of culture and culinary skill at the Embassy Chef Challenge 2018. Don't miss this year's winners.
Plus, later in the show, we'll show you what happens when high fashion and the runway and furry friends all come together at the 12th Annual Fashion for Paws.
Welcome back to We Are Washington, and welcome to Embassy Chef Challenge 2018.
I feel like I've been waiting all year for this. This is the 10th annual Embassy Chef Challenge, but it is only the 2nd annual We Are Washington Embassy Chef Challenge.
That's right. Last year, we were informally judging all of the food. We tasted all of the samples that were available to us, and I think we did such a good job that we were asked back, or we invited ourselves back.
We invited ourselves back.
If you don't know what Embassy Chef Challenge is, it's really the crossroads of culture and food. We have a lot of embassies representing countries all over
the world here in Washington, D.C., and they're showing us what they have.
We've got a lot of eating to do. We're basically globe-trotting one bite at a time, so I think we better get started.
Let's go. So I'm here with Chef Patrick. We're at the table representing Jamaica, and he's going to tell me a little bit about what we're seeing here today. Tell me about what you're making today.
Oh, what I'm making today representing Jamaica, which is our oxtail stew, which we love, and we're serving it over a 5-cheese macaroni and cheese.
We're representing the Embassy of Ethiopia. We're actually coming from Etete restaurant, E-T-E-T-E.
Tell me about the dish you've prepared for tonight.
So this is a classic dish, served a little, not so classic. It's duro wat. It's a spicy chicken stew that's usually served on the bone with a hard-boiled egg. We've broken that down for you here.
I'm here with Gil Neal, and we're representing Canada today, right?
Correct. Well, we're bringing some happiness tonight. You know, we've got the beer booth, but we're through the Canadian Embassy, and we import some craft beers from Canada, great craft breweries from Ontario.
It's such a uniquely DC event. Tell me why it's so popular.
You can't do an event like this any other place in the United States outside of maybe New York because of the UN. And most of us who live here don't get an opportunity to interface with those countries, and this is a unique opportunity to do that.
All right, I'm here at the El Salvador table with Chef Francisco. You've been a busy man behind the table today.
Yes, we have been busy. We're doing a pupusa loca, so you know a lot of people love pupusa. But we call it pupusa loca now because we stuff it with like a pork, ham, cheese, shrimp, spinach, and beans, all the good stuff in there.
I'm here at the table for Bangladesh. I'm talking with Samia, and I just want to know a little bit about the food you're serving. Tell me a little bit about the dishes we're seeing today.
So we are serving a spicy rice dish. It's mutton biryani. So it's rice meat mixed with a goat meat. And these are our chefs. So it's Mr. Abol and Mr. Alamgir. They have prepared this.
I'm running my own competition for our show, so you know, if you wanna bribe me and you know to vote for you guys, you know, I'd like to try a dish.
Chef, I know this has been very popular table tonight, so tell me what you've prepared.
Well, tonight I've prepared tonight is jollof rice with a spicy grilled lamb chops.
I've been to a few tables so far. I've got a few more to go. I know we're not supposed to show bias in the judging, but I'll tell you right now, the tables that are serving meat like the oxtail, they're ahead of the game.
We prepared this very popular bar chow dish called sisig. It's a dish pot that is cooked 3 times. You know, we first boil it, and then we grill and saute. Philippine cuisine is the best tasting food in the world.
Okay.
Yes.
And you're totally impartial, right?
I am.
We caught up with one of the judges here this evening, Major Garrett. Thanks for joining us, sir. What it's like, you know, first of all, to be at this event, but to also be a judge, be invited judge here to judge all of this great food.
So I'm a first timer for all of this, so it's all overwhelming. It's just washing over me. We went to like 36 different stations. You have to eat really small bites, because if you gorge early on, you're finished.
Today, what I prepared for the event, I did marinate beef short ribs, braise it with Iraqi spice on it. Iraqi over dill and saffron basmati rice with pine nuts on it.
And you added this beautiful flour. Is this edible as well?
Yes, it is. It is edible. It's really healthy. You can eat it. It's good.
I know you're judging as part of the Embassy Chef Challenge, and what do you think so far?
Now, well, so far so good. I think the diversity that I see around here and seeing people, different people, you know, coming together to experience and exchange different cultures, I think that's a wonderful thing.
Matt, I think I have a food hangover, but it's the best kind possible because we've just had the best food from all around the world, and judging this is going to be much tougher than I thought.
You're right about that. We tried all the food, all the different countries. We had to narrow it down somehow, though, right? I'm going to let you take it away and announce your first 2 finalists, and I'll have 2 finalists, and from there, we'll score the winners.
Okay, so the drama is building. I have to say, first of all, I was blown away by the Philippines because the presentation was amazing. A very complicated dish, especially for this environment, but fantastic. But my top 2 are Ghana. Ghana had meat that was fantastic. It was prepared to perfection. I'm giving a 5 to Ghana for taste.
Okay.
And then a 4 on presentation. I'm giving Iraq a 5 for presentation because I'm a sucker for an edible flower.
And they had that.
And they had that. It was beautiful. And a 4 for taste.
All right, that's very good. First, number 1, Jamaica. Jamaica had great food. Nice oxtail, macaroni and cheese. You can't go wrong with macaroni and cheese, right? There's no way you can do that. So, they were my first finalists. I gave them a pair of 4s. Our other finalist that I had scored, El Salvador.
Yeah, that was good.
One of the ones I was talking about, they had a dessert paired with a main dish. Fantastic. 5 for taste, 4 for presentation. That's how you make the top 2.
Our runner-up, our official runner-up for
Official
this
informal runner-up.
official, unofficial runner-up for the 2nd annual We Are Washington Embassy Chef Challenge is Iraq.
Right.
So congratulations, Iraq. We were blown away. But our number 1,
The envelope.
the envelope, please. The winner of the 2nd annual unofficial official We Are Washington Embassy Chef Challenge is El Salvador.
Yeah, very good.
Felicidades, El Salvador. We loved it, and we would like to come back for some more, actually. Coming up, it's a DC tradition like none other as canines and couture team up on the runway raising money for the Humane Rescue Alliance. Fashion for Paws is next. Event that combines 2 of the best things in the world, fashion and dogs. And here at the 12th annual Fashion for Paws, these puppies know how to work the runway, and it's all for a great cause. Take a look.
Nothing could be better than this.
It's hard to choose fashion or the beautiful doggies.
The doggies win out every time. Let me tell you something. 12 years ago, I adopted my dog Oscar from the Humane Society, now the Humane Rescue Alliance. And we walked in this show 6, 7, maybe 8 times. So I've been doing this for a long time. Fashion for Paws just keeps getting bigger and better every year. And I'm just so proud to be a part of something that is helping so many animals get the care they deserve until they find their forever home.
The work that's done at HRA is tremendous. My wife's actually a volunteer there. Just yesterday, I walked every single one of the dogs that are here, and it's fantastic. They need homes. They need to be adopted. They need foster. We need volunteers.
Shumpert here is having a great time. He loves to work the crowd, and he loves to work the camera, and he could not be more adoptable. Hopefully his family is actually in this room right now.
Shumpert is escorted by Laura. And Shumpert is available for adoption at the HRA Center.
Cody is a 1-year-old dog who was picked up as a stray, and he absolutely loves everybody. He knows how to sit and lay down and give you his belly for scratches. He'll be walking the runway tonight. He's wearing haute couture from HRA Oglethorpe Street. Shelter dog finest.
Jody is ready to be your next hiking, running, exploring buddy today.
It's a blessing to be a part of something like this, to give back to your community and be part of something as great as what they do. I like seeing women in bold colors, and also that shows our fun side, and also very sexy. I mean, hey, it doesn't matter what age, what size, height.
You gotta work it.
Yes.
I'm super excited that they invite me. This is my first year, and I feel honored. And I love this. I love animals and dogs in particular. So yeah, best of the best.
could watch that video all day.
You really could, right? That's really, who came up with that idea? Also, to put the fashion and animals together like that.
Who knows, but everybody loves it. I did want to mention that the people who are walking in the fashion show on the runway are people who have raised quite a bit of money for the Humane Rescue Alliance.
Right, and the Humane Rescue Alliance, they've been doing this event, Fashion for Paws, for a dozen or so years now, but their mission and what they do has been going on for nearly 150 years. You know, providing low-cost veterinary care for animals and helping out in that way. So
yeah,
really great
and
cause.
helping all kinds of animals.
All kinds
not
of
just
animals,
dogs, cats, birds, snakes, everything.
Right, absolutely. Well, that's all the time that we have today, but we do have time for one last thing. All right, one last thing today. So back to the Embassy Chef Challenge.
Ooh,
Now, we told you about our winners, and as you can see here, here's us walking into the event again. Look at this dramatic walking in.
Very serious.
Slowed it down, so you know how things, when they slow down, they look even more dramatic?
Yes.
Walking in, we're taking our judging very seriously.
Yeah, we're ready for business.
But they did have a team of judges, and there was a People's Choice Award, too, who were actually there to judge all of the competition.
The experts, yes.
And come up with a final verdict. So we were close.
Oh, yeah?
We were close. In our honorable mention, we had the Philippines.
Okay.
Because they were very good. They had a traditional Philippine, there was a pork dish.
Yeah, it was very good. I remember that one.
They won both People's Choice and by the judges, which is unique. It's unique for that to happen.
And I'm already excited to see who will win the third annual We Are Washington Embassy Chef Challenge.
Absolutely.
And for the third annual, we're going to have a prize.
We need to have a prize. Finally, we need to give out a prize. Absolutely. Well, that is all the time that we have today, but we'd like to thank you for joining us and encourage you to go check out some more of our shows on our YouTube channel. Search Entertain DC, and while you're there, hit subscribe.
Listen to the radio.
Oh, 96.3 HD4.
See you next time.